What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a short reaction video where I just stumbled upon the Dynasty Warriors Origins gameplay that has been released from China Joy, I guess is what I'm watching. Wildcat Weather's video here. He released it about an hour ago. If you guys want to watch the full unedited and see what they're talking about, and I don't understand anything they're saying because it's in a completely different language. But I watched through the whole thing. I just want to talk about it real quick, jump on. I'm excited about the new Dynasty Warriors Origins, and getting to watch the gameplay, I definitely, it raised my hope and kind of expectations for the game. I'm still a little skeptical. We don't know what's going to happen just based on what I saw. But we're going to run through it again. We'll cut it up into pieces. But jumping into the gameplay here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip to... Okay, so the story starts out. It's an interesting story. It's an interesting story. You have the RPG elements behind it, and it's cool to see. It's kind of got that Wolong kind of storytelling feel to it, and it's pretty cool to see the character kind of integrate with everything that's going on here. The beginning's pretty standard. You got your like villagers, and you got the Imperial Army who's just mean and not going to give up their stuff, and so it's a pretty interesting plot point to start with. I don't mind it. The hero comes in, saves the day, beats some ass. Always love seeing that. There's some cool spectacles here. I love the fight scenes. Fight scenes are pretty dope. And then you have this guy in the back who's helping out, who turns out to be, I think, Yuan Shao. And I could be wrong about that, but it looks like that's who it was. A couple of cool flashy moves there. Hopefully the character, you can actually customize him, unless we're just stuck with him, which is fine either way. Then we got the weirdest, wonkiest looking young Guan Yu. He's got a full beard but not the mustache. Very interesting. Yeah, I think it would have been a better choice if they had the full thing and just a shorter beard, you know what I mean? But maybe he had the luscious beard from the beginning. Again, I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what's going on. I'm going based off of just my, the visuals here. And then we got a couple of, interesting dialogue sections. Obviously, probably given who they are, their names. That's obviously Guan Yu with his famous weapon. It looks like it's Yuan Shao based on what we're going to see a little later. And then we have some gameplay moments here. So this is interesting. So the gameplay is pretty interesting. When I first watched it, my honest thoughts were it's similar to like I wasn't super excited. It was like Dynasty Warriors 9 mechanics. Yeah, they're pretty aggressive. The AI is pretty aggressive. It looks like he's taking some damage. You can see the little red around the rims there taking damage, but it's very, I don't know, maybe because Dynasty Warriors 9 has all scarred us, you know what I mean? That's the first thing I'm thinking about when I first saw that small skirmish, because it's like big movements, just wiping everybody out. Not much of a challenge. There's a cool little like pairing thing that he had going on, which will be interesting to explore. And you got a nice little cutscene with this guy. I like these little RPG moments. I'm hoping, and from what I saw a little later, as we'll get to it, that there's like options to really explore, but hopefully they give us more hypotheticals and more options to really explore things instead of it being a focused, you have to follow it this way, everything has to happen this way, all that stuff. Yeah, skipping to this moment here with that guy from earlier, it looks like it's Yuan Shao. I mean, those are his people. It's not the yellow turbans. They don't look like turbans, and he doesn't look crazy, so I'm assuming that is Yuan Shao, and it looks like we're skipping the yellow turbans potentially, or maybe it's a different section that they're showcasing here, and we're going straight to like the Hu Lao section. So we have Yuan Shao, I assume is who this is, and then this part. Okay, so we're all charging in together, which is interesting. But as you can see, we got these people flipping up in the background from our charges, which I don't know how I feel about it, right? Like, they're just flipping up, and I wish they would show more of the AI fighting each other, because I want to see what that looks like. Looks like our guys are kind of, some of them are pretty aggressive, yeah, some of them are pretty aggressive, but some of them are also kind of standing there. It just doesn't look as significant as like the older game. You know what I mean? I mean, it definitely looks better, but look at this. This is something a little weird too. Maybe it's something I have to get used to, but they're like swarming like cockroaches, right? Which it's just very strange, very, very strange. This was interesting. So it looks like you can switch your characters mid-battle. That's pretty cool. So now you're playing as Guan Yu. That's pretty sick. So maybe they don't have like their own story modes, which is, that would kind of suck. Hopefully they added it. I don't know what they're gonna do. They got some time before the game actually releases everything like that, but it looks like you can play as them, but they won't have an individual storyline or anything of that nature. They'll be part of the story, it looks like, but that'll be pretty much it. So yeah, the fighting is, at least the gameplay in the first part, is interesting. It's not something that I'm too excited about from what I first saw. When we get to the second part, that's where it really caught my interest. And like the big, like powerful sweeping movements that kill like 200 people at once. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it is Dynasty Warriors. That's what we're known for, but I think it still takes away from what we loved in the older games. You know, we didn't have a lot of those big sweeping moments that killed like 400 people at once. That's insane. But another cool RPG stuff. This shows that we have choices, right? Yeah, so we can choose what we want to say. I don't know what they're saying here, but there's options on how we can choose things and how we want to go about things. That's pretty cool. That'll be interesting to explore through the game. Okay, so then we have this inside area. So this is like Destiny mode, right? Except it's not, I mean, obviously it's a little more modern, right? But you have your own area. Looks like these are like houses they can build. Let me go back to the other stand circle. We got, looks like armor, books or something, you know, or is that a house? I don't know, but things that are probably customizable to the character, things that you can add to your space, or, you know, you got gold up in the top corner there. I don't know what that the 10 represents, but you know, we got some interesting elements here, some interesting things that probably can change about the character here, and build our own little story from that. And then moving into, so this right here, so this like Total War kind of inspired map is interesting, right? You got the small little cities that represent, like, I'm assuming, like landmarks or specific areas, significant areas, and then you have, like, you know, maybe side areas. Like there's Shahodun over there. I don't know who that is in the back. And then looks like that's the Wan Shao, and like the main area to go into Hulao Gate or Xishui, one of the two. But this is an interesting setup here because you got these little boat icons as well. Does that mean we can travel and do other things? Can we find other things? Is it just going to be nothing? Do we find nothing? Does that lead to other paths, right? So I'm really hoping they allow you know, exploring instead of just a, you know, straightforward kind of story mode. Anyway, going to the next part, I think this is Hulao. Looks like it's Hulao. We got the colors of everybody versus, you know, Dongzhuo or Huaxiang, whoever's supposed to be, whatever gate this is supposed to be. And then this, the return of stage battles, okay? Awesome. Oh, also, who is this, by the way? I saw this. So the bottom one is Huaxiang. Who's the top guy? That's not Lu Bu. Are we getting a new playable character? Or at least introducing a new playable character? Who would that be? Who would be his buddy here? Shu Rong? Stage battle. So I'm getting Samurai Warriors inspirations here, right? The map looks like a Samurai Warriors type battle, like the type map. So we have all the characters come in. That's Yuan Shao, Yuan Shu, Sun Jian, and they're all talking about, I guess that's like a little war council or whatever. So now we're running with our people, which is cool. I just hope they're probably not going to. It's probably going to look similar to this, but I wish they made it more significant. In the older games, you know, the AIs that we marked, because there's so many on screen, it's hard to be significant, right? But in the older games, it just felt like whoever you ran with, whether it was peons or like other generals and stuff, they were like significant in who they were and like fighting and stuff like that. Anyway, so this little like mini boss battle is kind of cool. You got like you have to play tactics, you know, you dodge, oh, got a counter. I'm not gonna say it's Wolong mechanics, but it's, you know, similar. It's got that aspect. You have to dodge, you have to block correctly. And I think the meter up top represents capturing the base, right? Which is pretty cool. Yeah, this new guy. Who's this new guy? That's not Lu Bu. Huaxiang I already saw Huaxiang. It's got to be somebody new. That's gonna be interesting to explore. You got Sun Jiang with the majestic hair. Siege battles, breaking through a gate, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think the grandiose battles are cool, but I think it's so mush. So let's go to the next one. I'm gonna skip to the, look at this. So this is cool, but it's very mushy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it's gonna be awesome to play through. Like, it looks awesome, but they're so like mushed together, you know what I mean? And another thing I'm interested in, like when it drops, I think what I'm going to do right out the gate is play on the hardest level, because it seems like, and I could be wrong, but it seems like, whoa, who are the people on the left side? Look at that. Are those like special captains and stuff? It seems like it's pretty easy. Look how many people are running in there with you. How do you not lose that? You know, I get a big hit from, I'm assuming that looks like you got a club. Maybe that's Huaxiang in the middle there. I'm not sure, but you know, yeah, the boss battle is going to be pretty, I'm assuming, devastating to fight. Big swings in the middle of the crowd there. You're getting hit by a lot of people, so you know, just running in and swiping people probably isn't the best of options. Probably on the hardest level, it'll be quite the challenge. So far, the game looks promising. I love the return of capturing bases. I love the return of, you know, massive battles and just everything that made Dynasty Warriors great in the first few games. You know, these AIs are like, just based on the red little markers on the outside, they look pretty aggressive, and that can mean a good and bad thing, but the KOs are still going up like crazy. Like, he's just wiping people out. So they're kind of still a little bit of fodder, but you just got to be smarter with it. Yeah, he's getting ripped up. He's getting absolutely ripped up. It's interesting because I feel hopeful, but I'm still on the fence because of Dynasty Warriors 9 and how it went. I think the story's going to be great. I think the story's going to be very interesting. I just hope they throw something in there that we don't expect. If the story is told the same way, we're all going to... You know, it's expected to go the way it goes. But with the chance to play an RPG, you have options to, like, speak a certain options to choose and stuff like that. I hope they give us the option to choose like kingdoms to join, relationships to build. How does that affect us moving forward? You know, do we join, you know, Wu or Sun Jian, and then we become friends with, you know, Sun Ce or, you know, his sons, and then we become friends with Guan Yu in this battle, right? We're friends with Guan Yu here, and later on we got to fight him, and now we're in this dilemma. And, you know, how does that play out? Is it different cutscenes based on what you choose? And, you know, I just hope they really take that route of exploration, because I think that would give us Dynasty Warriors fans a new and fresh way to look at the game instead of, you know, what we expect for the game. The gameplay itself, again, hopeful. I'm very hopeful about it. There's some cool moments there. I love the significance of fighting a general. They're not just somebody you can just slop up. You gotta be careful there. You gotta move around, and it looks like there's some, you know, some strategy involved with that. But in terms of the peon significance, they are definitely more aggressive, which is, it's a good start, good push in the right direction. But they still seem a little bit mindless, and the way they move, the way, because there's so many of them on the screen, they're like cockroaches. You know, what's that thing that where like there's a bunch of the same thing and they morph into something because there's so many of them. That's what I'm seeing. We'll see how they continue to refine it. I mean, again, I'm hopeful. We'll see what they do. We'll keep getting updates as they come in. Let me know what you guys think about it down below. What do you guys see? If you guys understood anything they're saying, let me know. For the most part, just from looking at it, just from seeing how the game is moving, the story looks promising. Hopefully, again, they give us what they, you know, the exploration, stuff like that, and then moving forward, we'll see if they, you know, really refine everything that made the old games, you know, great and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's really late here, about 1 a.m. by the time I'm recording this video, and so my energy's a little subsided today, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to keep covering things as the updates come out, and I'm excited to see what the game will entail in 2025. But yeah, that's all I have, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.